Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 12 of Xenonauts. Everything is going quite well for us so far, which makes things a little bit worrying. We're starting to get our other bases online. We have encountered alien fighter ships, which is a little bit of a problem, and we have captured our first aliens. Now I have done a tiny little bit of maintenance off screen. There wasn't much to do. All I really wanted to make sure was that I had 8 people assigned to the dropship, and that those 8 people all had 100% health and the appropriate armour. Although now I actually say that, it does make me think, did I actually check that they all had the Jackal armour? I think everybody is. It appears that Sherry Pie isn't. Don't know why, but you are now. Everyone else should have Jackal armour. And I've also gone through, and wherever I could, I have given people who are able to carry it without going over the weight penalty a smoke grenade. Completely forgot these. Well, sorry, not a smoke grenade, a stun grenade. Completely forgot these when we researched stun weapons. Obviously, we were told that we got the stun stick, the shock baton, and I completely remembered that. It also, by default, assigns one of them to all of the assault soldiers as well. Which, to be fair, they probably can take if it doesn't put them over the weight. So, Missy can carry one. If Ben carries one, he goes over the weight. And it's between a shock stick or a stun grenade. I think we will take the stun grenade because they do seem to be most useful. So we now have 3 effective ways of neutralising an alien. We've got the good old-fashioned stun stick. We've also got the stun grenade. And, of course, we have Stephen with a backpack full of stun rockets, which proved to be very, very effective. Is it worth... Yeah, Cherry Pie does actually have a sidearm, so we are good there. So the main thing we want to do is make sure that we don't go bankrupt before the month end, because we want to be able to get our bases online. Radar arrays have been completed at Area 52. Now this is very good. This means that we'll actually be able to start thinking about intercepting any ships that appear in this area. So as you can see, we've already got a very small ship. Now that is actually travelling at 1800 kilometers per hour. So I know that that is a fighter. Do I have anything at that base that I can attack it with? No, I don't. None of them have the range. I'm not going to send our dropship because it doesn't have the ability to deal with it. It's a little bit of a pain. We are trying to get a couple of craft over there. That one is a larger scout. We can definitely see that one. We will intercept that with Foxtrot 1. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. 96% chance of a victory, so we will shoot down. Took a bit of damage, but we have got it, so return to base. Now we've got a crash site, which we could deal with, or we could just shoot it straight down. I'm not particularly fussed about going and doing all of these individual missions right now, so I'm actually going to just airstrike it. Because that is a valid option. Obviously this thing is annoying because it's flying around being a right pain, but I just don't have anything over at Area 52 which I can deal with it yet. I've got 2 hangars here. We have bought Condor 4, but it doesn't arrive for another 8 hours. Ideally we need another one here. I could transfer one of the ones over from here, which I probably should do, because that kind of was the plan all along. Is there a way to relocate aircraft to Area 52? There we go. So we're going to ship another one over as well. Let's get back to the geoscape. Now, we'll only leave us with 2 Condors here, though, so we will have to be careful. So it can actually fly all the way across. It flies directly. So why couldn't it just go and deal with that UFO anyway? But it apparently has arrived. Now then, if it has arrived, it has actually arrived with full health and ammo. That's actually quite interesting then. So, unlike a transfer, it's actually a rather quick way to get around. Could potentially attack this UFO, but these fighters seem much better than my fighters. And I think if I had 2 of them, it would be potentially easy to deal with. We've also got a large scout here, which we definitely can't deal with what we currently have. So we're going to have to ignore that for the time being, which is really annoying. But however, we have researched Elanium explosives. The majority of Elanium found inside wrecked UFOs has been run through the vessel's reactor, making it of little use as fuel. This low-grade Elanium only contains enough power to run extraterrestrial device for a few minutes, whereas fresh Elanium can do for hours at a time. However, it turns out that there is another use for this relatively abundant low-grade Elanium, explosives. The amount of energy held in depleted Elanium is usually still appreciably higher than is contained in the equivalent weight of TNT. My team has therefore been able to produce improved designs for the high explosive rockets and grenades issued to our soldiers, replacing the explosives with Elanium charge that is up to 50% more powerful than conventional munitions. Given the ample availability and the constituent parts, these can be manufactured and issued to our soldiers in effectively unlimited numbers. Your men seem impressed. They spent so long testing the new devices in the firing range that the firing range required structural repairs. The principle behind these devices is simple. The explosive is a block of Elanium that dumps all of its energy into the surrounding air when triggered. The warhead of the rocket is sufficiently large that it will generate a sizable explosion, but the grenade also employs a steel casing that fragments into the deadly cloud of metal shards on detonation. However, be aware these weapons still inflict as much damage on extraterrestrial equipment as on the aliens themselves. Aliens killed with these explosives are unlikely to leave a corpse behind, let alone recoverable items. So we've actually got ourselves some upgraded rockets and weaponry now. Elanium warheads. This low-grade Elanium could also be used to upgrade the missiles carried on our interceptors. This process was slightly more involved as our anti-air warheads rely on armour penetration as much as an explosive force. Nonetheless, we have been successful, and the new warheads can be fitted to our existing rocket engines. We have already upgraded your interceptors accordingly. The required armour penetration is achieved by fitting a small laser emitter to the top of an Elanium block. This fires a predetermined pattern which can be changed to allow us to shape the focus of an explosive charge in any direction we choose. With no time to conduct extensive studies on the effectiveness of different charge patterns, we instead just ensured that the energy from the blast is focused forward rather than racefully radiating in all directions. Crude perhaps, but certainly functional. The Elanium missile is a direct replacement for the Sidewinder light air-to-air missile, while this Elanium torpedo replaces the heavy Avalanche torpedo. The latter is a more powerful weapon suited to dealing with lumbering alien aircraft without speed or agility to avoid it. The former is a fast missile that inflicts less damage but is more likely to hit the alien lighter vessels. In both cases, the upgrades are just straightforward warhead swaps, so this should not dictate any major change in aerial tactics beyond making our engagements a little easier. Very, very useful. We're still working on our heavy laser weapons. Let us go on to alien interrogation. We did have to capture a live alien after all. Now let's very quickly now look at the situation with our aircraft. It looks like they have indeed been upgraded to the Elanium missiles and Elanium torpedoes, so we don't have to worry about that. If we actually look at our soldier loadout, we can see the normal grenades have been replaced with the Elanium grenades, so they are all going to be in infinite numbers. I'm going to assume that they are the same weight. Now, how long is it actually going to be before that... Right, both aircraft have arrived at the other base. This means we can now start intercepting. First things first, let us see if we can get rid of that fighter, because it is being a right pain. Intercept. We are going to send both Condors. Bear in mind they have the better weaponry as well. So let's send them out. 100% chance of a victory. We took no damage. Great, return to base. Be nice if we could deal with this scout now. But it's going out of our radar range. Yeah, it's disappeared. But at least we dealt with the fighter, and we have two ships there that can deal with pretty much anything. Even though it's preferable to use a Foxtrot to deal with a large scout, a large scout can be dealt with two fighters. A single fighter with two interceptors. An alien fighter should probably be dealt with two fighters. Although saying that, now I've got the upgraded missiles, it can probably be dealt with only one. Rapid fire lasers. One of our engineers recently presented me with an idea for a rapid fire laser weapon. Though it is predictably expressed crudely, the fundamental science appears sound. The ideal approach would be to generate a continuous beam of energy that can be swept across the battlefield, but even alien superconductors are not capable of dissipating the amount of heat generated by sustained continuous fire. The proposed solution borrows heavily from the autocannon mounted on our interceptors. Multiple rotating barrels. Instead of using a rotating barrel arranged to facilitate high-speed loading of ammunition, it can be used to vastly reduce the amount of heat continual fire will generate in each individual barrel. We have successfully tested 2 3-barrel prototype weapons in our laboratories. The scatter laser is a rapid-fire infantry weapon designed to replace the ballistic machine gun. It inflicts increased damage and suppression at the cost of reduced ammunition capacity. Unfortunately, it still suffers recoil, albeit in this case caused by the spinning of the heavy cooling arrays rather than the recoil of the projectiles, and therefore will require a strong soldier to achieve the full accuracy of this weapon. The Gatling laser is scaled up to fit the cannon hardpoint on our interceptors, using a triangular arrangement of 3 powerful lasers that collectively inflict much greater damage than conventional autocannon. The increased size and weight of this weapon allows us to use mostly conventional materials in the construction of the weapon and its power cell, paradoxically making it far easier and faster to manufacture than its smaller cousins. As such, we have already upgraded our existing autocannons to the new design. The only one difference you should see is increased combat effectiveness, so that's great. That now means that our interceptors now actually have laser machine guns on them, which is brilliant. Pulse lasers. The purpose of the pulse laser is to produce a weapon that inflicts the maximum amount of damage possible per shot, creating an extremely powerful laser beam that is able to inflict heavy damage on even well-protected targets at great range. Aside from scaling the laser emitter up, we have further developed it to produce a beam of oscillating intensity, switching between high and low power levels thousands of times per second. Rather than sustaining a uniform level of heat, the target suffers repeated pulses of intense heat that cause rapid fracturing of the surface material. As the surface material breaks apart and disintegrates, this effect becomes even more pronounced, giving the pulse laser excellent armour penetration compared to standard lasers. We have developed a variant of the weapon small enough to mount on our Hunter Scout car that is available for immediate use in the garage. This is fitted with a battery that holds enough power for 8 shots and should substantially boost the combat effectiveness of the vehicle. We have also used the pulse laser to upgrade our base defence batteries, pulling power directly from the base reactors. They should greatly improve the chances of destroying any attacking extraterrestrial craft before it can unload ground forces. The retrofit is already well underway and should be complete by the time you read this. Any future defence batteries we construct will also incorporate laser technology into their design, at least until we develop something better. So, this now means that we have in our base a laser battery as opposed to the old missile battery. And if we go to our garage and look at our Hunter Scout car, we have the option for the pulse laser, which I think we'll have on there by default. Bit of armor penetration, particularly if we get base invaded. Let's just go back to the science guys and we're already on the alien interrogation. We won't do the CEAS analysis yet. We'll go on to alien alloy fabrication and get that going. Let's go back to the Geoscape. New manufacturing projects available to build. Scatter laser. Now, we have actually got a little bit of money, so we're not producing anything right now. Did I build any types of laser? I'm actually forgetting now. It's been a little while since I actually played. Do we have any laser weapons in production? No, we don't. I think what I'd prefer to do, though, if I can build any weapon, is I'd actually prefer to build precision lasers. Or should we have laser carbines? We could get 2 laser carbines and replace our shotguns. That's probably the better thing to do. So we're going to have 2 replacements for our shotguns. That's our first priority here. Let us go back to the Geoscape, because I realise now that we hadn't actually sort of done a mission and I've been talking for ages, but we are setting a lot of stuff up. And, even more talking, alien interrogation. Without the ability to communicate with our extraterrestrial attackers, there can be no peace. This war could only end in the extinction of one side, genocide on a galactic scale. It is therefore helpful that the study of our captive has yielded a secret of alien communication. Extraterrestrials have atrophied vocal cords because they communicate via radio telepathy rather than verbally. An alien word is in fact just a short burst of radio waves. Energy intensive but effective. We have been able to construct a basic alien vocabulary by using our lab transceiver to record radio transmissions from our captive and repeating them back in various combinations. Study of the responses by our resident cryptographers deciphered the meanings of several, allowing us to conduct basic conversation with our captive and expand our understanding still further. Though I care not for such trifles, our work here has created an entirely new scientific discipline, making me the father of xenolinguistics. It is a shame that our captive proved to be such a terrible conversationalist, endlessly repeating a request for new orders and refusing to engage on any other subject. Interestingly, it seemed happy to thoughtlessly follow simple orders issued by my team, such as moving across its cell. Eventually, once it had become clear that no more could be gained from questioning the creature, one of my team handed it a pistol and ordered it to kill itself. It promptly complied, splattering its brains across half of the containment tank. It seems that the alien soldiers are just mindless thralls. I suppose we'll need to capture an alien officer if we are to get the answers we seek. Oh, and before you get too excited, reproducing the suicide effect on the battlefield is completely impractical. It requires a stationary target and a laboratory full of equipment. Such a shame. But at least that means we can now put people onto the Sason analysis. Maybe that is an officer, I don't know. But it looks like we're going to have to capture more aliens at some point. So let's speed things up and get this party started. We have detected a UFO. It's 1400 kilometers per hour, which means it is a small scout. We can... There's two small scouts. So, right. No, it's me clicking on the same thing twice. One of those days. Okay. So we are going to send a single Condor to deal with that. Oh. No. It's a Corvette. We are going to disengage that. We are going to... Is it following us back? Right, we're going to land. We are going to intercept. And we're going to throw everything we've got at it. It's overland, 100% victory, auto-resolve. Didn't take any damage to any of our craft, so we're going to return to base. It is overland. Would prefer a day mission. Obviously, we've got a lot of stuff going on over here. Okay. We're going to intercept. So, folks, we have ourselves a mission. We have ourselves a new alien type. Engage. That sounded very Captain Picard, didn't it? So I've never seen one of these ships before. I have no idea of the layout. I have no idea how many enemy aliens we can expect to have on the mission. And to be honest, I don't even know if it's going to be the alien types that we have already encountered before. It certainly means that the aliens are stepping up their game, though. Got to be really, really careful. Alien officer present. Commander, we've picked up unusual communication signals emanating from the landing zone. We believe that the area may contain one of the alien officers we need to interrogate. They're likely to be identifiable by their headgear. Of course they are. Please do your best to capture this creature so we can continue to advance our research. So, looks like it's alien hunting time. Right. We are kind of in the corner of the map, which is nice, I suppose. So, Bob, you are going to have the great task of going around the back just to make sure that the front of the dropship is clear. Brilliant. Good so far. Start moving our snipers up. Okay, Shadowhawk, you can duck down there. Let us start getting out some of our soldiers. Ah, wonderful. Alien spotted. Not ideal. We've got a civilian here as well. You can't actually shoot from there. And I don't really think I can put you into a better spot. I'm not going to do anything with you now, because that would seem like a little bit of a waste. Can we get anybody close enough to have a decent shot at him? Probably not. What about James? How close can you get? You've got a lot of time units, so you may actually have a chance of dealing with him. We're going to get you to duck. You don't have a lot of cover, which could be your downfall, but you do have a 95% chance to hit. We have a hit, but we don't have a kill. And now James is a little exposed there. That could be problematic. So, what do? We could get Missy or Ben up there. How close can you get, Ben? How much do you need for a snapshot? You need 18 for a snapshot. Let's get Ben around here. Duck. And you can't hit him because you need to turn. Ah, that was bad. Okay. We'll move Ben over here, because that puts him in cover. That was bad calculations on my part, unfortunately. Missy, you need 23 for a snapshot. You've got an awful lot of time units. This is going to be really dangerous. I'm not going to duck, because that wouldn't give me enough for a snapshot. But we are going to take the shot. And we get the kill. That was needed. Otherwise, we could have been in trouble. Arcane Cannon, you can start monitoring in that direction, just in case we see anything pop up. We are going to start moving forward the likes of Sweet Cherry Pie, because I get a feeling we are going to need to deal with some aliens. Capture them alive. We'll get Stephen forward with his stun launcher as well. Just get you into a covered position and crouch. I think that's everybody moved, so let's end the turn. Well, we can hear some doors opening and closing. That sounds like it's the ship. We also heard some rapid fire. I couldn't quite tell whether it was... No, it sounds like munitions fire, so we'll assume we have local forces on the map somewhere. So let's very carefully do a little bit of exploration. We don't want to end up running into too many aliens. We'll get Missy around here. Okay. Because we know that this is the edge of the map, so let's clear it bit by bit. We need to get Bob up towards the front as well. Okay, Ben. Luck appeared to be on your side on the last mission. Will it be on your side this mission? That is a civilian crouching. Now, how far does the map go in this direction? Quite a decent way. How far does it go in this direction? To there. So it's a longer map than it is wide. We will have to get someone to check out the map in this direction. And brilliant, we've spotted an alien. You are down there, of course. Okay, let's put Ben over here. We'll turn and face this way and crouch. James probably can't see you from there. What we might be able to do, though... See, Arcane Cannon here doesn't have an awful lot of movement points, but at least we know where you are now. We could use Stephen to fire a rocket, but I'm not necessarily sure that we need that one alive. Let us take James. How far can you get? You can get down here as well, relatively. We are going to need to come and check this building out at some point. We could also really do with getting this corner checked out, but we'll sort that out later. Bob, you've already had a nice big long run, so let us get Shadowhawk over here. And then you may be able to deal with that alien on the next turn. Who have we got left with movement? Sweet Cherry Pie. Let's get you up, ready to get into action. I'm going to have to move you bit by bit because you do have quite a lousy number of time units. Bob is stuck there, and of course we do have Stephen, who's probably in the best position, but we'll move him up here. So we're in a position where we can deal with anything over here and anything over here as well. We also have a police officer. It was probably him that was shooting at that alien. That is quite a possibility. So let's end the turn. Well, we did have a police officer. He's now just a stain on the pavement. Okay. Well, at least we know where it is. So, let us take Shadowhawk. Move him into a position where we can see. Now, unfortunately, little Git has gone and hidden behind a wall. And we cannot shoot him from here. Which is a little bit of a pain. Ben does have a shotgun, which isn't going to be necessarily all that useful here. So let's have a look inside the building. You can't shoot him from there, but we know the rest of the building is clear. Let's get you back out and crouch. Let us get Missy up along this side. And we've spotted ourselves another alien. So let's get Missy into cover. Turn her face, crouch. Can't do anything about that just yet. But we do know where he is. So, let's start getting Bob into a position where he will be able to take a shot on the next turn. Let us start moving Sweet Cherry Pie a little closer. We might get an opportunity to stun this one, although it isn't our target for live capture. What we could do, excuse me, what we could do potentially, if we can get close enough, you don't have a stun grenade. You do. Throw cost 39. It'd be very, very difficult for you to actually toss that on this turn, wouldn't it? Not to mention you can't hit from that distance. 50 time units to throw. You have 79. This is going to be risky. That's never stopped me doing anything before. Here goes the stun grenade. Goes off. Doesn't do any damage. Will it stun him? Of course, you put yourself in a bit of a bad position. Well, I say you've put yourself. I mean, let's be honest. I've put you in a bit of a bad position. Crouching is the only thing I can really do to attempt to help you. I'm also going to put Arcane Cannon here. Face this way and crouch. At least might get a snapshot off if it comes out of the door. Stephen, where are we going to send you? I think we're going to move you up here because we do know we've got an alien around here that we might need you to deal with at some point. You can't see him from there, but you're just going to crouch down and stay safe. Everyone has moved. And that stun grenade worked quite nicely. Taking shots from that alien that was up there. Of course, we already knew about him, but I wasn't expecting him to double back and come towards Stephen. Luckily, his shot did miss. Obviously, we've got civilians around as well. So, let us keep carefully moving up. Actually, lost track of where that other alien is, which is a bit of a pain. So, I think what we'll do, we'll have Missy facing in this direction. And we will move... We'll move Bob up. Bob can crouch and hopefully take a snapshot if that alien decides to pop its head out. We'll also take Ben and move him up. Might be able to see from this direction. Actually can. At least we know where he is. We don't have a line of sight on him at the moment. 47% chance to hit from Stephen. Oh, actually resisted. Problematic. Let's move Stephen back a little bit so he doesn't get shot by it. And let's deal with the other people that we have around. We do still need to check over in this direction, of course. We don't know what's behind us. There's a lot of open doors, which worries me greatly. We do have a civilian there behind the door. I think this corner is probably okay. But we will have to search very, very carefully. James, you're going to run as fast as you can over to there. I fully expect that there's going to be more aliens around. Of course, Cherry Pie, we need to start moving you forwards, even though we don't actually know where the aliens are. So we're just going to run you out here. We don't know where the ship is yet, we haven't found it. Shadowhawk, we are going to need a sniper up here as well, so we're just going to run you forwards. This is the edge of the map, of course. One thing we didn't do, very silly of me, is look in this direction. We do have a police officer. Could be something in this corner. There isn't an awful lot of space. There's only this little area here. And that police officer's still alive. So I'm going to assume for the time being that there's no alien behind us here. Although Yeah, I've been wrong before. Let's end the turn, see what happens. Now, I'm not sure how that the gas from that stun rocket is going to work. Even though it resisted, it might still cause some sort of hindrance to the alien. That police officer seems to be still alive, so I think my initial judgment there that there's nothing there is actually okay. So much cover around, it's very, very difficult to move forwards while maintaining enough time units to be able to deal with the problem, and at the same time making sure that you get everything covered. Move Shadowhawk up. Nothing spotted. And also, Cherry Pie doesn't actually have the highest number of time units. At least we're not being mind control attacked just yet. I mean, I say that, it's probably a little bit stupid. Looks like our alien friend is actually down for the count. So that rocket did actually, for some reason, work. Very strange. Still not spotted the ship yet. You're going to crouch down just there. Stephen, you're going to reload. Missy, you're going to... Well, wherever you go, you're going to end up running through the smoke, I suppose. Let's get you over here. We'll just get a confirmed stun on that alien. Yep. It is confirmed stunned. You're going to run through the smoke. That's fine. Okay, nothing seen over here. Still can't see the UFO. This is the edge of the map. So the UFO is definitely going to be over in this corner. Or here, possibly. I don't know the layout, but it's definitely not over in that corner. Which makes me tempted to try and get Bob over in this direction as fast as possible. So let's sprint you over. Also, this is the direction I want to get Stephen over in as well. Arcane Cannon, you have searched around in there. We think it's fine. Okay, everybody moved. Alien's turn. Still definitely some in the ship. We can hear the doors opening and closing. Civilians running loose. So let's be very, very careful. This is the edge of the map. Yeah, okay. Nothing spotted yet. That doesn't leave you with a lot of time units, so I think we will just duck you down there and keep you safe. Mr. Shadowhawk, sir. Civilian spotted. We can see the UFO. Okay, good. Progress. Cherry Pie, we need to start getting you forwards. Because guess who's going in there? Stephen, you have loaded up your rockets. I guess we could get Stephen to come up in this direction and get him from this side, which probably makes sense. One thing I do want to do is I want to get Ben over here and have a look in this door. Just to make sure that no unexpected surprises. Think we're good there, though. So, Stephen, you... sorry, Ben, you can start running back forward. Stephen, you can make your way up here as well. Seems like a sensible direction as any to proceed in. Missy with your shotgun. Let's get you up here. You've spotted something. Now, he's actually upstairs in another building, which could be problematic. We're going to move you for here for now. What the hell is that? Let's shoot at it. Can you shoot at it? Whatever it was, you didn't hit it. Is it a mine? It looks like it's some sort of cyber disc. I'm very, very worried now. Do not like this at all. Not a lot I can do about it, though, which is the problem. Okay, let us continue on. Arcane Cannon, let's get you up towards the front line. You didn't have a particular high amount of movement either, do you? Definitely need to get some more promotions on this squad. And number one, Bob, you're probably as far away as you could possibly be. A less than useful position I've put you in right now. Let us run you through here. Can actually cut you through. I think you're going to stay there for now and crouch. Let's end the turn. See what that's... Oh, wow. Oh, dear. Well, it's not a mine. This is a very annoying replication of a cyberdisk. Okay. Bob. You needed. Can Bob hit it? Car's in the way. 34% chance to hit. 43 time units. Missed. Doesn't give us enough to get out of the way, unfortunately. Which is a real pain. You're just going to have to crouch. It's all you can do. Missy has taken a tiny little bit of damage. Not suppressed, though, which is quite nice. What's your throwing arm like today? We're going to go with not great. Do I really want to get any closer to that thing? Not really. Am I going to have to get closer to that thing? Probably yes. But I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move Missy around the back. Because we know we've got that other alien upstairs that we need to deal with. I think we'll be safe there. Think. Yep, same alien spotted. Just double checking it wasn't another one and I wasn't putting myself in a really stupid position. So we'll crouch you there. We'll go up and shoot that guy in the face as soon as possible. I'm assuming that any sort of stun isn't going to work on that thing. So we're not going to try and stun it. We'll move Ben around. We'll get him facing in this... We'll actually move him there, actually. Face him in that direction. We might be able to go around and grenade this thing on the next turn. It has put Ben into a bit of a position there. 30 for a normal shot. I'm going to see if we can take a shot with Shadowhawk. Only a 33% chance to hit because that car's in the way. And we hit the car. Not doing an awful lot. Sweet Cherry Pie, you have a shield and a baton, so you're not going to be a lot of use in this particular instance, so you can crouch down there. James, you are a relatively good shot. However, what I'd like you to do is check out these buildings and things over here, because I don't trust that they are going to be empty. Don't trust anything in this game. Crouch there. Arcane Cannon, let us start getting you towards the front. Maybe you can deal with that thing later on. And who hasn't moved? Steven. Not sure what you can do, actually. But, out of interest, what are your chances of being able to hit that guy? Absolutely none, because this building is in your way. And, of course, you'd have to shoot him through a window. It was worth a try. Just, you know, just to see if it was at all possible. We're going to get you over here until we've dealt with that flying thing, which I am just going to assume for now that you cannot hit. So let's end the turn. Oh! Okay. We have problems. I think Missy might be down. Missy is down. Okay. We need revenge, and we need revenge quickly. Ben, get out there. Yep, we know there are aliens. Take that sucker out. 27 time units. Well, we got a hit, but we didn't take it out. It's got a lot of cover. There's no way Bob's going to be able to get to it. Bob, hit it any way you can. Shadowhawk. It's taken another hit. It's not down yet. The stakes are rising here. Can't believe we lost Missy. It is possible she could survive. Remember the mechanic that has been added in this game. Depending on how many hit points she had and how much below 0 she was reduced, she may be able to survive it. It is possible. However, unlikely. We also need to make sure that we've got people who can cover the ship as well. All of a sudden, things have just got very, very bleak. Cherry, you're going to move up in this direction. We're not going to be using you to breach, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Not an awful lot Stephen can do. We can't see where that other alien is either, which is problematic. So you're going to stay in position. Can't do anything here with Ben. This could be the end of both of our support soldiers. He's actually firing at Stephen. And he didn't do any damage, but he has suppressed. Which is not the worst thing. Obviously it does reduce Stephen's movement, and we would like him to get closer to the ship. Right, okay. There you are. 70% chance. It is down. Okay, that is one thing less to worry about. We still have that other alien up there, of course, that we need to deal with. Which you can actually see. Is he still upstairs then? Yes, he is. He's on the balcony. Could... Well, you wouldn't have the time units to shoot him anyway. Okay, get back into position around this corner. You should be safe there. And crouch down. Should have 100% block. You should be okay. I'm going to move Bob across. In the hope that Bob might actually get a shot at him. Through the open door. Not on this turn. Doesn't have enough... Can actually take a shot. With a 57% chance to hit. That was very, very inaccurate. What about you, Shadowhawk? Can you can see him from there. You've got a 35% chance to hit. No, that was really bad. Okay. Arcane Cannon, let's get you over here behind cover opposite the front door of the ship. Let's have a look at this ship. It's the first time we've had a look at it, to be honest. Bit of a different configuration to the others. Seems much larger at the front, much wider. The door seems a little bit smaller, so this could be an interesting one to try and breach. Now, what I do want to do is be able to bring Stephen forward, because I want Stephen to be able to get in there and get a smoke, a stun rocket in through the door. But in the meantime, we're going to go around here and just make sure that these buildings are clear. I think they are. There could be something upstairs, but as we've seen from this guy over here, they're usually easy to spot people when they are hiding upstairs. That's everybody that has now moved. I've got a feeling that guy in the building is the last one outside. Unfortunately, he's moved into a position that makes it very, very difficult for us to deal with him. So we will continue to start moving James towards the UFO. Because you may well have to deal with that. Let us just go back to Ben. Can you actually see that alien now? No, you can't. And we don't know which way it could come and try and take us out either, which is also problematic. So, Stephen... We could get Stephen through the inside of the building, which is probably the best way to take him, probably the safest way to take him. Mr. Shadowhawk, sir, let's get you moving in this direction. And crouch. And let's get Bob over here. Might give us a better chance of dealing with that alien if we see it again. Let's end the turn. Still movement inside the UFO. I really have no idea how many aliens to expect inside the UFO. Still got the problem that we can't see where that alien is. It's no longer a problem. We can see where the alien is. Now he's upstairs. Bob, do you have a shot? 95% chance to hit. %25 chance to hit, which is quite strange because you're firing in exactly the same place. It's exactly the same shot, but now that the window is broken, it is more of an obstacle. Well, at least he's injured. What about Shadowhawk? Can you see him from there? You can. 95% chance to hit. Well, at least he's finally down. Okay. Ben, you are going to have to start to get over to the front now. Things are starting to shape up. Most people are almost in position. In fact, you can go on that side of the door, turn and face, crouch. Stephen, you have your full movement back. Where can we get you that's safe? Nowhere on this turn, so let's end the turn. Hope there aren't any more of those hovering, nasty little disc thingies in there. Well, this has been a mission and a half, hasn't it? Okay, Stephen, we're going to get you over here. Because that seems like the safest place for you to be. Ben, you're going to get over here for backup. In fact, Cherry Pie's going to move close to the door. Ben, you're going to go and move around on this side and back up. Going to move our snipers in a little. Not that we really need them at this point. We're going to end the turn, just to reset everybody's time units. Then we're going to open the door. Before I open the door, one thing I'm going to make certain of is that Stephen has a rocket loaded in... Oh, where is he? Yep, we've definitely got a rocket loaded. So, let's open the door. It's going to be one of these type ships, is it? Great. We seize an alien. Question is, do we take the shot? "33 time units. We get one shot at him. No, one shot at him with you. Let's move Ben in. Take your shot, Ben. Got a hit, but no kill. Return fire. It misses. James, it's all on you. Okay, we've got ourselves a dead alien. I'm going to have to start moving people in. Be very careful here. And that's exactly what I didn't want to do. I was trying to check the flanks to see if there was anybody around. And that didn't work out too well for me. Let's start getting some people in. What about you? Yeah, that doesn't leave you with a lot of movement, does it? At least we could get in and have a look in this direction, see if there's anything over on that side. Got a dead one there, so that's not too bad. Okay, you can crouch. Anybody else out here with a useful weapon? Probably not. We will need to get you in though. Can anybody do anything about you? You don't have enough time units to get there. Because you'd have to make this really long detour. Because we can't move Ben at all. Ben, I may have sacrificed you here. And if that is the case, then I apologise. Who's got movement left? Our two snipers who are outside and pretty much useless inside the ship. Well, Ben did survive the attack. Again, lucky sod. However, you are injured. How to proceed? Shotgun to the face, possibly. Though you're not going to have enough time units to shoot because you were suppressed. I'm so stupid. Cherry, come over here and hit this guy, please. Cherry? What to do? What to do? There's nowhere safe to go. Okay. Hide behind Cherry. Human shield time. James. You're suppressed as well, which is problematic. 25% chance to hit. And it missed. Where do I get these soldiers? Arcane Cannon, you're also suppressed. So, go over here. Get behind cover. Duck. Gonna keep Stephen safe. He's pivotal to this mission. He's still somehow managing to fire around the cover that is Sweet Cherry Pie with a shield. That was unfortunate. Ben has just got shot in the back. I did not even realise that was a door. So here's something we found out. That's a door. Okay, first things first. Let's get that guy down. Let's turn and face that way. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm so sorry. At least we're not suppressed into next week, though, which is good. We're going to start moving people forward to go through these doors when required. Move Stephen into a better position. Okay, let's end the turn. The door has opened. Shots fired at Sweet Cherry Pie. Resisted, but you've lost your shield. That is problematic. Now the question is that our guy? Says we'll be able to tell by the headgear. Now that, to me, looks like an alien with headgear. So I reckon that's the leader, not this guy. It's all yours, Cherry. That is the end of the mission. So we didn't actually get the captured alien. I'm not sure. The alien that we wanted was apparently dead on board. And we have lost a sergeant and a captain. We have actually lost 2 of our assault soldiers, which is not good. But what did we get from that? We got a Corvette data core, and we got a light drone wreckage, which will be that Cyberdisc type thing. We did get some Millennium and Alien alloys. Got some money. Some grenades and plasma rifles. And we can now research alien electronics and directional thrusters. Maybe we'll get some sort of hover tank. Can't really do a lot at the research screen, though. Got a fair bit of money going on. Definitely need to invest in some better weapons. And let's get back to base. So, a relatively successful mission, although we have lost 2 of our brave soldiers. But we'll see what the Cryolab can do about that in between. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Xenonauts. And I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.